Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another wonderful vid, and today is new smartphone day. I have decided to replace my long-serving LG Stylo, which is, obviously this is a Cricket wireless phone, so is my existing phone. I have to say overall I'm very satisfied with Cricket. Basically it's AT&T but cheaper, and they have pretty good coverage, hence why I use it, right? So anyway, yeah, this is that's basically it. This model is the ZTE Blade X Max, and I am going to do a bit of an unboxing, but obviously I've already been into this box, and I'm going to explain why, guys. I don't want to show any SIM card numbers or anything on video, and when I was doing the original unboxing, I accidentally showed one off, so had to re-record this part. So anyway, it's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you. So anyway, here's one side of the box. Yeah, it has Dolby audio on it. Wireless emergency alerts. Oh, fucking great. And Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. Exciting. And on the back of the box, this is pretty much what you see. Talks about its 6-inch display, fingerprint reader, blah, 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 blah. If you really want to read this, go ahead. And here's me covering up this side of the box, because there's some numbers on there, and then scan to learn more about this thing. There you go. So anyway, right, yeah. We're opening the box here. It says, this one is just right for you. Yeah, it's great. So anyway, here is the clear and simple quick start guide. It comes with the tool that you use to pop open the drawer for the SIM card and the SD card, micro SD card. Here, of course, is the actual SIM card it comes with. Here is product safety and warranty information. Terms and conditions. And just as a side note, this thing came wrapped in plastic. I did unwrap it already. Came with something on the screen protector. Says, welcome to Cricket. We're thrilled you're here. Yeah, exciting. And it came in this bag. Okay, and here we have the phone itself. Obviously, it's a large phone, but it's going to be, since it's 6 inches. There's the front, the bottom with the USB-C port. Got the side there, top, other side, and the back. Gotta bear with me, guys. Gotta cover up the numbers on the bottom here. I guess thumb does a pretty good job of covering that up. And there you go. That's what it looks like from the back. You've got the camera there, fingerprint reader, and where the hell's the speaker? Oh, there's the speaker grill. Pretty exciting, I know. So yeah, that's the exterior of the phone itself. Now we're going to do a size comparison with my LG. So lift the camera up a bit so we can get this thing all the way vertical. Obviously, now my LG has a 5.7-inch screen, so this is not significantly bigger than my LG, but it definitely is bigger, and this is with a case on my LG too. So let me go ahead and remove the case from my LG so you can get a straight comparison between the two. And there's definitely a size difference with them both out of cases. So there you go. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. Now, where's the power button? There it is. Very first time this phone's ever been turned on. No, I did not turn it on before I started shooting this. Alright guys, I've now activated the phone. It is my actual cell phone now, smartphone, whatever. Removed the back, so now I can show you an unmolested view of the back there without my fingers blocking it. Exciting, right? And I have to say, at first I wasn't too sure about the fingerprint thing, but man, I'll tell you what, it was a little tricky to set up, but now that I set it up, it is flawless. I mean, it works great. As you can see, boom, I just hit my finger on it and unlocks the phone instantly. That is a huge convenience upgrade. I forgot I got to raise the camera a little bit so I can show the screen a little bit better here. Now, all I've done to this phone so far is activate it, add a Google account, and added my fingers, added my fingerprints to unlock it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, yeah, there is some fucking junk apps on this thing starting out with, right? I've also updated all my apps. So pretend I'm a quote standard user and I don't know what I'm doing, right? So what I'm going to do here is I am going to figure out, basically, I haven't added an SD card yet, but with the stock experience with like I guess the very first updates that this phone gets, it uses 12.29 gigs of storage out of 32 internal. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to pause here and I'm going to remove all of the bloatware, and then I'll come back and tell you how much storage space is used up after the bloatware is gone. So rather than having you sit here and watch me do it, I'm going to pause and be right back. Alright guys, I managed to disable and remove all of the quote junkware, at least stuff that's junkware to me. Let's see now how much storage is used up. God, I love the fingerprint feature of this thing. Now we're down to 11.58 gigs used of 32 gigs. So that's what it is basically with what I consider only useful apps active on this thing. And let you guys see. This could be a little brighter. There we go. Yeah, I know, it'll make it drain faster. Okay, just so you guys can see kind of what I've left on here. And that's basically it that I consider like the quote useful apps. So this of course is just the standard screen. I haven't really loaded the apps, all the apps that I like to use. I haven't really customized the screen yet to my liking, but this basically is what we got going on here. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to bloody thing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to dive into this thing and really kind of put it through its paces. I'm going to download all of my normal apps that I use, really customize this thing, and then I'll come back and we'll do some talking about some other features. And I'll tell you what, though, it is really nice having this fingerprints. I can't get over that. I'm so used to, you know, locking the screen and then having to put in my damn pin, whereas with this, you just touch your finger to it. I love it. That is a huge upgrade over what I had. So be right back, guys. Alright guys, here we are with the new phone here on the right and my quote old phone there on the left. I've loaded up the new phone with a bunch of apps, all my normal apps that I typically use, and obviously I got one of my videos here loaded up on both the phones, and we're going to take a look at some differences in video playback here. Obviously we can see that the new phone, the most obvious thing, of course, is the slightly larger screen that we have. It's obviously just bigger, right? There's no doubt it's a larger screen. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough of a difference that you can definitely notice it with them side by side, right? Side by side, it's pretty obvious. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just listen to basically this video a little bit, because it'll give you a speech sample over the built-in speakers. Again, this is maxed out, and I got this decibel meter here to, you know, tell you how loud it is. We'll see if one gets louder than the other. I'm going to shut up so we can see the ambient decibel in this room right now. Looks like we're dancing between 35 and 37 ambient. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the old phone, then I'm going to quote play the new phone, and here we go. Starting with the old.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video, and I'm just full of music reviews today. This is going to be a little bit of a dual one. This is going to be two different artists. Basically, it's some singles from their songs from some upcoming albums. And these are two of my favorite artists, by the way. And they're both have fairly long careers.
Okay, obviously the sound quality is very poor coming out of the built-in speaker on my old phone, and the loudest it got looked like was about 82 decibels with the microphone pretty near it. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with the new one, and we're gonna see how that sounds. So here we go.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video, and I'm just full of music reviews today. This is going to be a little bit of a dual one. This is going to be two different artists. Basically, it's some singles from their songs from some upcoming albums. And these are two of my favorite artists, by the way. And they're both have fairly long careers. The first one I'm going to talk about officially released this single a couple of days ago.
Okay, actually, it looks like the old LG's louder on the built-in speaker than the ZTE is. It looks like it's louder, but I would say they're relatively equal low quality. I don't think one particularly sounds better than the other. I think they both kind of sound kind of shitty. But the ZTE has some Dolby software built into it. Let's go ahead and engage that and see if it makes any sort of a difference to its sound.
It's your friend's birthday. How do you find the perfect gift? Download the Amazon app and let
Now, technical difficulties, guys. I'll just leave this in because hopefully.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video, and I'm just full of music reviews today. This is going to be a little bit of a dual one. This is going to be two different artists. Basically, it's some singles from their songs from some upcoming albums. And these are two of my favorite artists, by the way. And they're both have fairly long careers. The first one I'm going to talk about.
Okay, that sounds a bit louder, but it's still, you know, regardless, pretty low quality. I'm certainly not going to say that is any sort of audio quality, because it's really not. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and close down the YouTube app on that phone there, and do the same thing on the new phone. And just in case you want to see the demo of Dolby Audio, let's see here. There's you can play a demo and it makes noise. Come on. There it goes. Thrilling, I know, right? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn it off. Come on, just give me the damn app. I'm still learning this phone, guys, obviously. So I'm going to switch off the Dolby audio. And now we're actually going to sample a little bit of music here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. This, of course, is the ZTE. Not particularly impressive. Oops. And if you're so let's go ahead and go into the Dolby app and see. Well, I can tell you it definitely makes it louder. But it certainly doesn't do anything for the sound quality. Let's see how that sounds in the on this in comparison. Actually, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we're going to try a demo now with the we're going to do just the LG straight up volume maximize, and we're going to do the Dolby music one on the ZTE maximized. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this one first. We're going to do the LG first. So let's see how that sounds. Alright, got an idea there. And now we're going to do the ZTE. And we don't really need to listen to that for long to know that the as far as the built-in speaker goes, the LG is a lot better. I am going to be doing some comparisons over headphones, because honestly how a phone's built-in speaker sounds doesn't have a whole lot of relevance to its audio quality. A built-in speaker is just for when you want to share something with people, and it's not meant for any serious listening. Obviously, you're going to need headphones for any sort of decent audio on a phone. Built-in speaker just ain't gonna do it. So anyway, the only other thing I wanted to show off, I guess, in comparison between these two at the moment is just kind of the brightness and the screens. I think they're roughly equal as far as how clear they are, how nice they look, video playback, all that. I'd say they're roughly equal. Now, this one is higher resolution. This is 1920 by 1080. No, I don't know what this one is. I'm not going to look it up, but it's not as high of a resolution as this. So, that's a difference there that might be worth thinking about. I get, not really. It's not like you're going to compare these two phones, but, you know, yeah. So, I don't know. That's it for this part. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to pause and do some listening with headphones, and I'm going to come back and let you know if there's any audible improvement from this phone to this phone. So, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I did some listening tests, and as far as which one sounds better, hard to say. I think they sound roughly the same. I'm not sure if the DAC in this is any worse than this one. Maybe it's a little, you know, hard to say. But what I can say for sure is this one gets a hell of a lot louder over headphones than this one does. It's a huge difference. This one can absolutely blow your eardrums out. At least with the mono-price headphones that I tested, this will not. Now, for earbuds, obviously, they're going to get much louder than headphones are. But, yeah, these will blow your eardrums out with its head, if it's turned up all the way. As for the Dolby audio, did that make it sound better? It's an EQ. So whether you think it's better or not is going to be a very subjective thing that you're going to have to judge for yourself. So basically what I'm going to do at this point, guys, is I'm going to, of course, start using this as I'm going to finish setting up this phone the rest of the way, and use it as my daily driver, so to speak, for a while. And then, of course, I'm going to come back and talk about what I've found with it after playing with it quite a bit more over the course of a week. But my initial impressions of this are pretty good. Yes, there are a few limitations. For example, let me show you guys this. And this irritates me. You see how on my old phone we have the widgetsoids. At least that's what that's called. You know, for phone functionality, it can go horizontal across the screen, whereas it's vertical on the new phone. Yeah, you can't do you can do horizontal in Nougat, I guess, but they don't have. This is a 4x1 size. You can't do you have to do 4x2, which makes this thing ridiculously comically large. So I have to do vertical. Not the end of the world instead of horizontal, but it's slight annoyance. Also on my quote old phone, I can have, as you can see, 6 apps in the home row at the bottom there. On this phone, I haven't figured out how to get more than 4 apps in that home row. I'm not sure if it's possible or not. I'm going to play around, see if I can get over that. But again, if these are just things I have to deal with, they are small things. Overall, I still think this is an upgrade at this point. So obviously, I'm going to live with this thing for a while, come back, give my final report. See you guys in maybe about a week or so. Alright guys, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission now, because I'm going to talk about some accessories that I got for this phone. They've just arrived today. I have been living with this phone for about a week now. In a day or two, after I use these accessories with the phone, I'll come back and give my final opinion on the phone. But I had to get some accessories for this phone because, well, must have, right? Now, as I've mentioned earlier, this is a USB-C type of connection, so this micro USB cable obviously isn't going to work. Oh no, I have to get all new cables because it obviously only comes with the one USB-C cable. Oh no, that is not the case, guys. I ordered these from Amazon, of course. They are some USB-C to micro USB adapters. It's $10 for a 4-pack, and no, they aren't the absolute cheapest ones you can get, but they have the 56K resistor in these, which is supposed to help basically make sure that that the phone doesn't overheat. So I'm willing to spend, you know, $250 a piece on these. That's not outlandish, and it allows me to use all of my existing cables. In fact, it allows me to use my cables for dual purpose, as I will demonstrate. So let me go ahead and open this blister pack. Thankfully it's got a nice easy open, and I'll give you guys a close-up of one of the adapters. Obviously micro goes in one side, USB-C goes in the other, and this isn't exactly rocket science to get to work. Oh, maybe it is. Ta-da! And they come with these chains. These are optional, but the way people tend to use these chains, and I think it's very clever that you can do this with this product, is you just obviously loop it through thusly, and then you can attach the chain. Oh, crud. Come on. As I struggle on camera, guys. And this is fun for you guys to watch. Let's just... There we go. Now, you know, let's say I want to use a micro USB device with this. No problem. Right? And the adapter doesn't go anywhere. So I really love that. I think that's pretty innovative. It turns this into a nice dual purpose cable. Real nice. Now the tight on this is extreme, or I'm sorry, the tight on this. The fit on this is nice, good, and tight. As you can see, I am suspending this thing upside down with the adapter. It's not coming out. And it's pretty tight in the foam, but it's not over. I don't think it's overly bad. And you can remove it easy enough. There you go. So let's go ahead and hook this up to the PC here. Plug it into the USB hub. I knock the camera. Made the connection noise there, and let's go ahead and unlock the phone. Come on. Maybe. There we go. Alright, and as you can see, the file system comes right up after I unlock it, and we can see all the music I've loaded on thus far, and of course all the stuff on the internal. So obviously data and charging. Let's see if it's charging here. Let's get a look. See what we got. Yep, we have the charging indicator. So yes, this bad boy is charging. So no complaints there. Obviously this is going to work just fine for charging and data retrieval, which is what we want. Alright, now that we've covered the adapter, we're now going to cover the next accessory, which of course is the ever popular... I knocked Dr. McCoy down over there, and Kirk. These figures are not review friendly. Anyway, the ever popular phone case. The one I decided to get was this one. I guess it's a Simna, whatever. It says compatible with ZTE Z Max Pro, which is identical exterior to this one. It has different internal guts. This one has more storage, etc., than the other model it's referring to. But I think the exterior is the same. For some reason, it comes with a stylus. Don't know why. Let's go ahead and get this open. Let's get the lovely knife Okay. It's a case. Yep. It's definitely a case. It's not super thick, which I like. What I mean by that is it won't obstruct the ports, the headphone port or anything. Yeah. I'll put that on in a second because it also came with, something else I'm going to apply first, came with this screen protector, which I did not order separately, apparently, I guess. Just comes with it. Looks like the brand is HR, Human Resources. I don't know. Tells you how to put it on, whatever. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Maybe I put that knife away too soon. Now I'll use my scissors on this one. Let's see here, just cut that. Honestly, I don't tend to keep screen protectors on my phone very long. They tend to just get in the way, you know, kind of be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but whatever. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's the quote flattening tool. It's a piece of cardboard, so alright, where's the actual, oh, there's the phone. So let's go ahead and wipe this thing down with the included microfiber cloth. Gotta love wiping this stuff down. Okay, step one's all set. Now let's go ahead. Please peel this mess off before application. Okay, so that must be the backing. Is this one, I guess. So yeah. Whoa. Okay. Oh, alright. Whatever. So, obviously now we're supposed to line this up. Which is... oh, I guess... oh, it goes all the way down. I see. Okay, whatever. Again, guys, I don't tend to be a huge fan of these. I probably won't keep this on the phone long term. Let's find the... where the hell is that quote tool that it came with? A little piece of cardboard. Brother. Oh, there it is. I know, where else can you get this level of entertainment, right, guys? And then you're supposed to smooth out the bubbles, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if that's working super well, guys. Anyway, actually, I'm going to pause right here and see how smooth I can get this. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I tried messing with this screen protector for several minutes, and it looks like crap. As you can see, there are spots on the screen still that I can't get out, even with, quote, you know, the tool, and it trapped a piece of dirt underneath the screen protector. That's why I'm just generally not a fan of these damn screen protectors. Thankfully, they peel off real easy. This is obviously going to go in the trash. So whatever, let's find out how this fits into the case. I'm imagining it looks like it's going to be pretty easy to slide in there, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Yep, that was pretty damned easy. Okay, let's see how responsive the buttons are in the case. You do have to jam on them a bit harder than out of the case. Not the worst thing in the world. I can probably get used to this. Yeah, I can work with this. I can live with it. Yeah, guys, I think I can deal with the way this phone case is. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. It doesn't obscure the screen at all. I think it'll do the job of, if I drop it, protecting it. I mean, that's the whole reason you get a case, pretty much, at least in my experience. And it doesn't add a huge amount of bulk to this already large phone. And obviously everything's accessible. Let's test out how bigger headphone plug goes into this. That seems to fit well. Yep. And this, of course, is a bit bigger than a standard one. This is the ATH M50X long coiled cable. And it goes into the jack just fine, even with the... And it's, you know, a nice tight connection. And make sure it makes noise. Okay, so let's go ahead and press play on this music. Yep. As you guys can hear, it's making noise. So obviously it works just fine. And yeah, not bad. Decent case. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna live with this thing a couple more days so I can, because I haven't really been able to fully charge the battery up to this point, because all I've had is the single cable that it comes with hooked up to the computer, and it charges it very slow, so I haven't really been getting the battery up to 100%. So obviously now that I can charge it with some wires that charge a bit quicker and in more places, I will be charging it up and then talking about the battery and all that. So see you guys in a while. Alright guys, before I really give my final comments on the video, I do know that the video quality and the picture quality that is going to be in this video, you know, from the samples that I had, is going to be actually much poorer quality than what this is actually, this phone is capable of, due to the compression of my movie editing program that I used while making this video. So what I'm going to do next, and I will link it in the description, by the way, is I will update upload some raw video, not exported from this video editing program. This should be much better and show you what this thing is truly capable of. I will link that in the video description below. Now that I got that out of the way, it's time to talk about, you know, my final verdict on this phone. Do I think it's worth getting all that happy crap? Of course, part of this is, you know, obviously it is a Cricket wireless phone. So either A, you're going to want to be an existing Cricket wireless customer, or, you know, potentially get it. And remember, it's just AT&T's network, but cheaper. So, you know, evaluate that how you want. You know, I think they're very reasonable for the cost for what you get. And if you port your number over, it's going to cost $100. If you just straight up buy the phone without porting a number, it's $150. So that's the cost. Whether you think it's worth it or not is going to be entirely up to you. As for me, I think it's a pretty good value proposition. What I've noticed on this phone overall is the performance seems to be very good right now. I have several applications open, and as you can see, the phone's not lagging, is very responsive. I can open up another application that's not currently open. Fires right up. And I can, you know, task switch with the best of them real easily. And, yeah. I mean, this is working great. Right? So I'll even switch into a game. That way you can see a little bit of gameplay on here. See what it looks like. Always takes a bit for a game to load back into memory, I guess. And I know this is not a new game. This is a game that's been around for a while. Some years. Apparently I just died there. But as you can see, it's smooth. There's no lag or anything in the game. Very responsive to the touchscreen controls, and I'm not playing well because I'm kind of playing through the camera. So yeah, we'll stop that real fast. And just for fun, I will go ahead and fire up another game. That is a cold open. I haven't opened this since I've, you know, rebooted the phone. And it takes a bit, but again, this is not bad performance at all. And keep in mind, there's several apps open in the background, so, and I kind of did that intentionally so we could have a good test on this thing. Whatever. I was not born January of 2000, but whatever this thing thinks. See, again, no issues with performance on here. Right? So, and the phone is very responsive. I want to give you guys a little bit of an idea here of what, as you can see, I got several apps open, no lag. What some movie playback, high definition movie playback looks like on here. And it looks great. This 1080p screen is 6-inch screen is awesome for music playback. I love, you know, I have a good chunk of my commutes on the bus, about a half hour or so. So for me to sit here and watch this while I'm on the bus, this thing is I absolutely love it for that purpose. So anyway, yeah, I can't really find many faults with this phone at all. It works very well. The battery life is really good. Depending on how you use your phone, if you use it pretty heavily, you're going to get a full day of charge out of this thing if you use it heavily. If you're a lighter user, You could probably get 2 days out of it, maybe even 3 if you're a really light user, but it will get you through the day real easy. Now, I think this is probably as big as phones can get, because right here is a 7-inch Fire. This is one of my kids' tablets, and this will not fit in your pocket like this will, right? This is only a 1-inch bigger screen, but it's a much larger body overall. So yeah, I think this is absolutely the upper limit for a phone. Personally, I think it's a good value. I don't know about using it on other carriers. I haven't really researched that too much, but since it takes just a SIM card and it's a GSM phone, I assume you probably could unlock it and use it on other carriers. You'd have to research that on your own. I like I said, I don't know for sure if that's true or not. But yeah, overall, I would say this is a good value and worth getting if you're a Cricket customer, or if you want to potentially be a Cricket customer. That's pretty much going to wrap this up. So, as always, if you like this, thumbs up. If you hate it, thumbs down. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.